Hey, what's up, guys? Just doing this video blog today. I was kind of wanting to put my thoughts out there, and kind of wanted to, I was always hesitant to, post on social media because social media is a good outlet for people. It definitely helps a lot of people out. Show the good sides, the bad sides, the fun times, everything. A lot of times sharing on social media, there is a backlash from people, a backlash from, even your own friends, and family, whatever. There could be different judgments, and, that I want to do this as something that I struggled with. And what I've been struggling with, this last, couple years of my life, or even before then, I'm turning 35 next week, and I got very emotional because I was always, kind of like, I'm 35. Let's backtrack a little bit. I was basically turning my 30s, right? 30s, it's like, that's when you're supposed to be mature. That's when you're supposed to, all right, this is time to stop being, your 20s is done, get in your 30s, marriage, kids, family, blah, 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 yeah, house, everything. And when I got into my 30s, I was doing well, but I also had some problems. I had problems with my drinking. I took my drinking a little too far. I would get drunk, intoxicated, to the point where I was just blacking out in places and driving home, not knowing how I got home. And, I crashed a few cars, intoxicated, never got a DUI. My dad had to pick me up one time. My dad had to pick me up one time because I crashed my truck, and obviously he was very upset with me, very, whatever. And times passed, and I was working at another job where I wasn't making much money, and I needed to change my situation, because I was very depressed because I wasn't making much, and I was just always struggling for cash, struggling for funds. And I found another job working at a company I'm still working at now. Started making a lot more money, and long behold, I got a DUI. And it's a struggle because that's something that's always been in my mind, my heart. I thought goodness was coming out of everything. I was like, I'm making more money, I'm happy. And then I got a DUI because I didn't quit the same habits I was doing, and luckily, so I didn't crash my car, nothing like that. I got pulled over, had alcohol in my breath, got a DUI, and had to deal with the consequences. And I was very sad. I went through a depression about a year and a half ago when I got mine. And I was like, my life just sucks. This is terrible. I have nothing to show for it. Who's going to want somebody? And long and behold, I met I met a girl through an online site, and I'm not gonna say her name because it's not important, but very lovely girl, very caring. I opened up to her about what's going on in my life. She knows some of my deepest, darkest secrets, and with her, it was very wonderful. It was like, wow, I got a girlfriend. She's hey, she's accepted me. I'm gonna settle down. This is probably the break I needed. And we had a good relationship for a while. And then I kind of reverted back to my old ways, drinking, and I want to go party. I want to go, and left her on the back burner, and, kind of broke her heart, and I shouldn't have done that. And it was tough. It was very tough for me. I know I begged her to come back, and she took me back, and our relationship hasn't been the same. We never really talked out what happened. We just kind of got back together. And at the same time, we were just doing terrible things to each other. We were just plotting revenge games, plotting this, plotting that, instead of talking it out and dealing with the situation. And we kept going back and forth with each other, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You know, it was always like, oh, we love each other, we hate each other, revenge, revenge. It was just constant revenge. And at the time that I broke up with her, and I found a place called CrossFit Lifted. This is not advertising for them, but I already said the name. But found a community, found a place. It definitely challenged me physically, mentally, and emotionally. It helped me get over that breakup. It helped me develop my self-esteem, and get plugged into a community that's absolutely wonderful. And I can't thank enough, you know, for Joey and his family for bringing me into the gym. They're great people. Can't say enough about them. And, you know, but at the same time, you know, when I was doing this, I was still trying to manage a relationship with my ex. I was still trying to manage this, you know, trying to figure things out. Our relationship was just constant ups and downs, and I was trying to do CrossFit, trying to figure her out in my life, and we were just back and forth. It was very toxic with us. And I mean, we could have done things a lot better. We could have talked things out, figured things out. But the way our relationship went, we lost our communication. We lost our respect for one another. And it was just very downward. And I focused more time in my gym, more time getting better, competing, you know, doing these, you know, just doing all these activities at CrossFit Lifted. And it was amazing. It was a blessing in my life. And, you know, with my ex and I, we still kept it going till the end of the year, 2018, 2019. We went out, we had a good time. Didn't end so well, but we still were together for New Year's. And, you know, I posted a picture of us on our Instagram, and, you know, just said New Year, new us. Hopefully that's something that changes, you know. And we went on one more date, and nothing's changed between us. It's either fighting on her side or fighting on my side, or fighting each other and never coming to a solution. And we roll the next few months. It's, you know, I can't really go into it too much, but it's kind of the same thing. I got better at CrossFit. I got better, more fit, more active. When I went to CrossFit, I was 270, 260, 270. I gained all my weight back from Biggest Loser. I started doing my bad habits again, drinking, eating whatever I want on the weekends, you know, because I did all these workouts, I was fine. No, it wasn't even the case. It's when it's January, end of January, when we got back to the Biggest Loser, I started taking my weight loss more seriously, dropped the weight, got down, plateaued, changed my diet, got down to 215. You know, I'm faster, I'm stronger, more agile than I've ever been in my life. I feel great. My body feels great. My mentality feels great. But now I get to the age of 35, and I've been hard on myself lately, and it's not because of, I just think I would have been, I think I just got really hard because you know, I see all my friends, and they have families, and they have wives or spouses or significant others, and they're definitely happy. But and I was always thinking, like, what if I fixed our relationship? What if I did this differently, or what if I did that differently, or what if we did this? And I was trying to find my happiness in somebody else, especially when I got out of my rut with my DUI. I was trying to find happiness in someone that would make me happy, and it was only temporary. God only knows what our plans are. God only knows what our future is, and He knows our beginning and end. He knows he knows what we're gonna do, who's meant for us, who's there for us. And basically, I took things to heart. The last few days I've been very depressed, gotten down on myself, and thank God for my friends who have always been there for me, my core guys from my high school. You know who you guys are. My close friends from CrossFit, I don't have to say names, they know who they are. And and my family. And I do have a lot to show for myself. It's not a person doesn't define who you are. A person does not define who you become. It's you as an individual. I am realizing that. I know I'm a little emotional, but it's going to be gone here soon. I just have to get over the fact that relationship with my ex is over. We need to move on because we can't be happy unless we move on from each other. I have to realize that. And I'm not going to say like maybe one day we can meet up again. I'm not going to put anything on that, but I'm happy for her if she does move on, and happy for her whatever she does in life. My ex was a very special person, she has a good heart. Every relationship has their flaws, their differences, and, we all need to, we all have something to work on. But for myself, I kind of needed to work on myself too. Like I said, I gained my confidence back. I'm stronger, I'm fast. I can keep up with some of the competitors in the gym. It just feels so great. But the happiness that I have is within myself. I did a lot of accomplishments. Now I'm going to Hawaii next week. I'm going to do the Spartan Trifecta. I'm going to do, Conquer LA. I'm going to start with Santa Monica Classic, move to a half marathon. I'm doing all these things I can never have done 3-4 years ago. I was so overweight, so heavy. I just couldn't do it. And thank God he's kept me alive this long. I thank the Lord for that. And I'm trying to cut this short because I'm already 12 minutes in, but for my personal journey, and for me to get over certain things like not having a family, it's okay. It's okay. The way I look at it is like, I don't want to settle for the what if. Like, if our relationship did worked out, would it have been different? Maybe. Would there be less revenge? Maybe. Would there be the same thing? The jealousy, the disrespect? I don't know. It's the what ifs. It's always the what ifs. But, my plan right now is just to focus on me, what I've been doing, making myself happy, because it doesn't take a person to make you happy. It's you as an individual that makes yourself happy. And it's not anybody else. It's not a person. It's not a thing, a drug, anything. It's you yourself. I'm learning that each and every day that goes by, that my journey is not over. I'm still learning about myself. I'm still learning what my body can do. I'm about to compete in my second competition this weekend. We're gonna kick Conversion's ass. I said that. And Spartan next weekend, and then Conquer LA Series starts, and then Spartan Beast Ultra. It's just like I said, I'm just adding to my memories. I'm adding to time, because I've wasted so much time in very toxic things, relationships, booze, breaking the law. And now that I'm 30, going to be 35, I think I finally got my head leveled. I think my head's finally leveled a little bit, even though it's a big head. But my goal for myself, or anybody else that's struggling, just believe in yourself. I know for me, this pain is temporary. It will be gone. It's okay. I can't sit here and go, what if the relationship was different? What if this was different? I can't do that. You got to please yourself. You got to make sure yourself is happy before you please somebody else. You got to make sure that your life is on track. You got to make sure your point's on track. Maybe other people rely on other people to make themselves happy, but ultimately the person that makes you happy is yourself. But I just want to thank my friends. Thanks my CrossFit friends, as I call them. My family. I love them to death. I love all you guys. And we'll see what goes from there. I'm going to keep posting these blogs every once in a while to show you my fitness journey, show you other things too. But yeah, have a great day. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, have yourself a beautiful day. Thank you so much.